And at the same time, it's a great dish for flu or sometimes when you're under the weather. This is the best one to be easily digested. At the same time, it is so delicious that you will want to eat it on any given day. And here are the ingredients. The key ingredient here is Moong Dal, or what do you call it? It's kind of a lentil. It's small grained, and it's very nutritive with a lot of protein content. And then you have equal proportion of rice. I've used a very short grain rice. Then we have dry red chili, one, and then we have mustard seeds for tempering. We have cumin seeds, asafoteida. I'm going to use half a teaspoon of it, and garam masala, cumin powder, chili powder, turmeric powder. Then we have some vegetables to go in, salt, ghee to saute. We have 2 red tomatoes and 1 onion, a piece of ginger, 4 to 5 pods of garlic, some curry leaves, some cilantro, and this is an optional ingredient, which is kasuri methi or fenugreek leaves. It's dried ones. You could omit it, but it's very flavorful, so I would prefer you not skimp on it. So these are the ingredients, and I will let you know as I proceed how to and what to do. So first we're going to dry roast our moong dal in a very low medium flame, just to let the aroma come out because it has a rawness to it. So we are going to just roast it and then remove from the flame and wash it with the rice and let it soak in water till we finish sauteing our other ingredients. So let's get started. So I have my pressure pan. Use a pressure pan because you're going to pressure cook the entire dish. We're going to use our moong dal and dry roast it till a nice aroma comes. Lower the heat. Sometimes it tends to burn. You don't want to get any color. We just want to roast it lightly to get the raw smell out. It's been like a minute or so and a nice aroma is coming out. So I'm going to take it off the flame. Actually switch it off. And then I'm going to just stir it a couple more minutes, not minutes, couple more, and it is done. I'm going to transfer it into another dish. So I'm going to add the rice, and I'm going to rinse it in some cold water. I'm going to rinse it in cold water. Be careful, it was a little hot. Make sure the cloudy water is gone. Just rinse it like twice. Should be good enough. Drain out the water completely and rinse it once more. My tomatoes, let it mix and make a nice thick gravy. And then you're going to add 3.5 cups of water. And the rice and the dal, adjust the salt and pressure cook it. This is a one pot dish. That's why I call it a simple dish. Though you may think there's multiple ingredients, but they all come and intermingle and marry and taste very good. And since it's one pot dish, not too many options of cleaning dishes. And while you do each phase, each and every step, make sure you clean up as you go. The veggies don't have to be cooked all the way through. Now we're going to add 3.5 cups of water. So I soaked this rice and dal in 3.5 cups of water. So I'm just adding the water. Let it come to a rolling boil, and then I'm going to add my rice and dal. You can make this dish on the stove also, but it takes forever because the lentils and the rice takes a while to cook. but you can use an insta pot and do it quickly as well. But I prefer the pressure cooker because I have control over everything that goes in and what happens. It's almost come to a rolling boil. Now I'll add the rice and the dal. The rice and dal is added. Give it a good stir and check for your seasonings. Anything needs to be altered, do it right now, because once you put the lid, there's no turning back. So let's put a lid. I have my pressure pan lid with the weights on. That was a different lid. Now we have the right lid, and let it pressure cook for 5 whistles, and then we turn off the stove and look at the yummy goodness. When I say whistle, this is what the whistle sounds like if you had no clue. And 5 such whistles, okay? So that's the 5th whistle. So that's the 5th whistle. I'm going to turn off the stove and let it depressurize on its own. Okay, don't force it. Let it depressurize on its own. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes. By then you clean up your counter and do your dishes and relax and wait with anticipation. And maybe someday I'll show you how it works with an Instapot. Pressure is finally off and it's quiet. I'm going to lift the weight out and open the lid for the reveal. Tan-ta-tan. Always open the lid away from you so the steam doesn't hit you on the face or your hand. Our khichdi looks lovely. I'm going to give it a stir. It is nice and mushy, not too mushy, but just perfect. At this point, I will add my garnish, which is curry leaves, cilantro, and the methi leaves, the dried fenugreek leaves, and we will give it a stir. And check for salt if you need more. Other than that, you just need a dollop of ghee right before you serve, and this is ready to eat. If you want it like more of a porridge or more loose consistency, you can add a little more water, but this is how I like it. And you can have it with some pickle or just as it is. So enjoy it and let me know what you think and how yours turned out. And if you have any favorite version of khichdi that you make, this is mostly the word khichdi used in North India, but it's all over. This is all over India. We make it, and I am right now in US, and I still use this as a comfort food on cold winter days, and it makes a good breakfast as well as lunch or dinner. So enjoy it and let me know. Here it is with a dollop of ghee and pickle, ready to eat. Enjoy.